Now, I'm on my way. I'm on my way to do some things, and I decided to come by here tonight. I decided to come by here tonight before I go do these things to, talk about some things as you know, per usual. I just want to say I'm a bit disappointed in some people, and well, really, honestly, you can really be disappointed in people, bitch, because some people have it. Anyway, I won't say I'm a bit disappointed in some people. I would say that some people um, amazes me. Now, I want to say this. The experienced or the untrained spiritual person, we're going to start there. The unexperienced, or inexperienced, untrained spiritual person who sees things physically only cannot interpret things spiritually. So when things are presented to them, whether it's good or bad, they're always going to only see the physical interpretation of what is being presented to them. As a spiritual individual who is in tune with, experienced with, and trained with to detect spirituality or spiritual interpretation, will always see things just for what it is. All things, including spiritual or physical things, are understood on a spiritual level first. It is your subconscious mind that takes things and decode it for your conscious mind to speak, act, or whatever the case may be. Okay, a lot of people, and of course, I was waiting on one of these people to email me back, and they didn't. We're gonna keep it pushing. I'm waiting on an iPhone from the person, which I don't need an iPhone. I don't need an iPhone, honey. I got 3. But anyway, I'm waiting on an iPhone from the individual. No Tito shade. And then also yesterday, just what I wanted the spirit to do or the energy to do, the energy showed itself, and unfortunately, it was in one of my people. And we're just gonna say this, okay? When you're distracted by and or your mind is not fully into what you're doing, things will pop up, and you will definitely, unless of course you're doing some type of spiritual thing like a seance, or you're doing some type of work where you're allowing spirits to come in, and you're saying that you're open. You're the vessel for that spirit to do what it needs to do. Unless you're consciously doing that, or unless you prepare yourself to do that, if that happens to you, that typically means that, honey, there's a blockage there. You're not able to connect with your higher self. You're not able to connect with your spirit. You're dealing with things on a physical level. Last night, the conversation we had was only spiritual. And somebody came in here and brought up an individual who is not spiritual, an individual who is not connected to me in any way, shape, or form. The only thing I think we have in common is that we're both, Californian transsexuals. That's it, or transgender people. That's something we have in common. And the spirits that were trying to do certain things yesterday, and they always try to do it every time I go live, use that person to try to distract the whole room. But thank God I didn't look down at the comments until I was done saying what I was saying, because that would take that chat to a whole nother level before I got out what I needed to get out. But with that being said, I'm giving that individual, they have 24 hours to reach out to me, to send me an email with their number. If not, I will be ignoring them and or blocking them, because of course, something has been going down for the past week or two, and I've been asking Spirit to show me what energies are connected to that. And I think this person was the first person to pop up and let it know exactly what it is, subconsciously. Because like I said before, it's not about the physical stuff that you're at war with, you have issues with. It's really the spiritual stuff. And I always tell my people, not just that individual came at it from an outside perspective, but even my people, they're not focusing on what is being presented to them. And like I said, in the very near future, if you ever see me take breaks from YouTube and don't be on here for a few days, you don't have to reach out to see, am I okay, honey? I'm a grown-ass woman. I've been around longer before I got on YouTube. That's just me really honestly detaching, getting into my spiritual work, and or me doing whatever it is I need to do for myself. Okay. But another reason what makes me do that is I get so irritated sometimes when people come to me, and especially people invest, and maybe I shouldn't really care, right? Maybe I shouldn't care. But people invest their time and their money into getting spiritual clarity or spiritual advice. And I set aside time to give them that clarity or to assist them the best way I can, because I give them the opportunity to tell me what it is they need me to do. And they don't pay attention. And then they come out publicly in this group chat and or privately, they'll send an email and they'll ask the same questions that we already went over. And to me, like I said, that is definitely a distracted mind. That is definitely a mind that is not, I won't say not trained, but a mind that's really not that there's something else going on. There's something else going on there. And the person's not able to focus on what is really there because they have some type of attachment going on there. And they need to really completely detach. And so I tell y'all, before we do these classes, before we come to these events, even, I don't even have to tell you this, before you come onto this live feed and before you interact, it's very, very important for you to, protect yourself, cleanse yourself, not just even with my stuff, just period. Every time you call on the internet, every time you step out your home, whether it's virtually or in person, it's important to cleanse yourself and protect yourself. And if you're not able to, of course, take a shower or a bath, wash your hands, wash your face, wash your head, and ask for protection and then move through. Because, of course, like I said, you bring this stuff in with you with meetings, spiritual adventures, it doesn't matter. Whatever the case it is, whatever situation is, then you're going to have a lot of confusion there. You're going to open the doors for spirits that want to keep you confused to come on in and to get you to irritate somebody. And like I said, with me, honey, I'll block, ban, and delete before I let you get to me like that. Okay. So like I said, I want you guys to be very mindful and really, really think about what is being presented to you on all levels. Don't just pay attention to what is being said. Pay attention to what energies are being directed towards you, if it is being directed towards you. Because like I said, a lot of people, they're missing it. And I said this before, I am a spiritualist. I may present things physically. I may present things, obviously, because it's the world we live in. We live in a physical world. You have to act, speak, or do. But even beyond what I'm saying, people who knows what it is, they know exactly what's being presented. But the ones who are a little confused and are, like I said, they're not really giving a fuck. They're just like, oh my God, I saw these Harry Potter movies. I saw these spiritual movies, and it got me curious about spirituality. People like that who comes at it from that perspective, they're always going to see it from the physical perspective, and they're not going to understand anything that's going on spiritually. And then on top of that, they're not going to really understand what's going on. And I say this, like I said before, we're doing the Art of Conjuring class, which I think is one of my top 3 serious classes. Honestly, my top 3 serious classes. Like, you take this class, this is like, really, this takes you to a whole nother interpretation of spirituality. And, a lot of people, I would say majority of people, they're on it, they're getting it, and we're barely starting to touch things. But some people, they're being a little redundant with their questions. And I'm going to say redundant with their questions, but they're being a little focused on stuff that shouldn't be focused upon, especially when it comes to this class. How I present this class is, mute yourself. There's no distractions. Put yourself in a quiet space. Don't be around people. Like, be calm. And a lot of people, they're doing that. But like I said, I've got a few emails that people are asking questions that we already spoke about. And I'm like, when I was speaking, what were they doing? And I make sure that I talk very slow. I make sure that I'm very, very much, in tune with what I'm saying. Before I do the class, I free my mind. I don't think about anything else outside of the class. And I'm just like, they're not doing that, obviously. And even some of the people who will ask these questions in their emails, they will literally ask other questions. And I'm like, of course, because you're distracted. So I did say this upcoming week, we're kind of having like a little free zone thing where we're still going to be having a class, but it's going to be a little free-handedly, nothing that's on the syllabus. But I'm going to be calling people out. And I'll probably even send an email to say we need to talk before we start the next class in 2 weeks, because I need you to understand that this is something that you're investing in. This is a great investment for you. I don't want to see you waste your money. I don't want to see you waste your time. And like I said, I maybe I shouldn't care, but if I had people presenting me the information that I'm presenting to people just in a sitting of 3 to 4 weeks, because what I learned, it took me a long time. It took me years to learn. And I don't even think I know everything. I know I don't know everything, but it took me a very long time and a lot of sacrifices to learn what I've learned. And like I said, to see people just have it presented to them in a format of, 2 or 3 classes or 4 to 6 hours, and them to not grasp what is being presented to them, it's like, it's not a learning thing, because all my people are very intelligent. It's definitely not a learning thing. I know my people are not, challenged when it comes to things being presented to them, but I definitely feel like they're being distracted. And I think they're letting energies come in and to distract them, and they're not focusing. And like I said, there's no do-over. This is why I said, 2 people are going to be not being able to take the class this weekend. And I would rather just us do a free zone thing than to go into another lesson. Then we have to backtrack, and then we have to re-go over things, because like I said, I want people to get what's being presented to them. And a lot of this is definitely spiritually versus physically, but you got to be able to disconnect to know exactly what it is. Step back and say, okay, what is being presented to me, and why is it being presented to me, and why this opportunity was presented to me at this time. And a lot of people are getting that ding, 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 and they're like, oh my God, like, you presented this at the time where I felt like I needed something like this. But like I said, even some people are jumping ahead, and it could be excitement. It could be, oh my God, we're going to be learning stuff. We're going to be learning some real deep stuff. And I want to know for sure. But like I said, it is what it is, girl. Because just thinking about this shit just irritates me. No, bitch, that's just how I am, honey. I feel like if things have been presented to people, things have come, and like I said, especially if the person come off as if they're very intelligent, but yeah, they act so damn dumb, bitch, that right there, man, can say, bitch, I'm done. Let me disconnect. Because I had friends like that. I got associates that are still like that. That are just like so smart. They have, business owners. They are successful, district managers. So they manage like over 2,000 employees. So they're obviously intelligent. But yet when it comes to certain things, it's like, girl, why are you not grasping that? Because of course, like I said, people are distracted. So do not let these energies that are being thrown at you, that are going to continue to be thrown at you for the next year or 2 years, we'll say for the next year and a half, these energies are going to be thrown at you left to right. Do not let these energies distract you. Going even into when we have our little one-on-ones in our private times, use that time wisely. People will honestly get on the phone with me. They will have opportunity to be on the phone with me. And I'm not saying as if I'm better than people. I'm just saying, like, I really, outside of my spiritual stuff, I do my own stuff. On top of my own stuff, I deal with my family. I'm definitely a family-orientated person. So, of course, I got my stuff I'm dealing with. I got other people's stuff I'm dealing with. So, it's a whole bunch of people. People actually get on the phone with me. And instead of utilizing that time for their greater good, they'll utilize it for other things. And then, of course, down the line, they'll say, hey, why didn't we talk about that? Or why didn't we do this? And it's like, well, I don't know. I was waiting on you to talk about a certain topic or, to bring up things. But I sure the hell would have used that as my opportunity. Hey, hell, while I got you on the phone, let's touch bases on a couple of things. Also, I would say this too, which I want to say this open as well for this Art of Conjuring class. I am not comfortable with students tutoring other students, unless, of course, you work side by side with me and you understand and you grasp the concepts as I'm presenting it. I mean, like, as far as, okay, I'm seeing it from all point of views. I am not comfortable with you tutoring other students. The students needs extra help, they can reach out to me. I think I said that before. Even going into what happened in the room the other day where somebody repeated what I said, and one of the people that hit me up, they were like, hey, did you tell them my business? And I'm like, no, that person was just repeating. And we already went over that. But I'm just saying that's one reason why I'm not okay with that. Because you're going to tutor them the way that you comprehended you're going to tutor them the way you comprehended the message that was sent to you, and they may not get it that way. So that may help to keep them confused, and I don't want that. So they could definitely reach out to me and get a one-on-one thing, and I can address their concerns. But like I said, if you are in the class, do not reach out to any other students and say, hey, when this was presented, what did you write down? Nope, don't do that. Because you have the opportunity during the class to do that. You have the opportunity after the class to ask your questions. You have the opportunity during your one-on-one to ask the questions. And then also before we do the class, we do pre-test. So you have 3 or 4 opportunities to get that down. So yes, I want you to focus on what you are doing. Okay? Don't be distracted. Don't be distracted. So anyway, that's all I really want to stop by, honey. Focus to what is being presented to you. Even when I come into these live feeds, we'll talk about spiritual cleanses, and someone bring up a topic about their vagina itching, and I'm like, that sounds a little personal, honey. I think you need to use that as an opportunity to email me privately, and or you need to go see a doctor. But using that as on this form to do that, it gets a little messy. Even going into the individual who said the other person's name, it wasn't that you were being messy or they were being messy by bringing the person's name up. What happens is people who have nothing to do with nothing, has nothing to do but sit around and watch people live feeds, see who's in it, see who's commenting, and they're going to see a name, they're going to contact that person, and depends on how messy that person is, that person going to do a video going in and saying, I don't appreciate you talking shit, and it just causes more problems, right? And or the person's going to be a boss bitch. That's what I do. I like to deal with bossy motherfuckers, grown men, grown women that are leaders. They will send you an email. They will say, hey, someone sent me a link to your live, and you brought up my name in that live. You know, I don't know you, or blah, 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 blah. What's going on? And then, of course, I can rectify or say, hey, this was presented because that person brought up your name. And another reason why I have a problem with that is, too, a lot of people will come to your chat. They will bring up other people's names, or they won't. They'll go back and gossip and tell someone else that what you've possibly said about them. That person confront you. And how I like to get down is if I call someone and I tell someone, hey, I was watching a video of Cardi B, and Cardi B was talking about how you stank and you look like fishy and all this other shit. When you go confront Cardi B, I don't mind if you bring my name up. Because if Cardi B called me and she confront me, I'm going to say, bitch, yes, I did say it. What? I told her because I felt like it wasn't right. Like, girl, that's me. But a lot of people, they will be the middleman, they will be the messenger, they will be the minion, and they won't come out and say, I'm the one that told that YouTuber what you said. So they'll sit back and play in the shadows and watch the drama unfold. So like I said, this is why I said when we're in the live chat, we don't do name dropping. We do not do that. We do not bring in other shit that has nothing to do with other shit. Like I said, the video last night that we were talking about had nothing to do with any other YouTuber. It had nothing to do with anybody outside of my people hitting me up saying that they wanted to reach out to me. And someone used it as an opportunity to bring in another YouTuber. And like I said, me and that YouTuber, we don't have a good history. So that means that person been watching. No tea, no shade. And like I said, I noticed that not just this person, a few people do that. So when we're doing these live feeds, I prefer if the conversation stick on what we're talking about at hand. Now, of course, you have a Q&A, we're doing a Q&A, and you have a question about something, I don't mind answering it. But we will not be using the opportunity to bring up how you got crabs, how you think you might be pregnant, how your mama told you this and that, how another spiritualist read you down. No, you save that for an email and or you have your consultation. Outside that, we're not doing that. Because like I said, it looks a little messy. And who knows, maybe you're somebody that's out here asking those questions so I can answer them. And then you're going back telling Billy Bob Thornton what I said. Like I said, I don't give a damn. But if you're going to be the messy person, then you need to come out and be like, I'm the one that started the drama. Because then, bitch, your ass can get read the fuck down. Fuck the person you told the business to. Because like I said, that's neither here or there. She know I don't like her ass. She know that we don't see eye to eye. But now you're coming into the equation. And like I said, I watch that. I pay attention. When motherfuckers be here and you've never did an event, you never took a class, it's like, what are you here for? And maybe we'll do a call-in about that tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a call-in about it tomorrow. You know, Wednesdays are my days. Maybe we'll do a call-in about that tomorrow. What made you subscribe to my channel? What makes you come into my forums and interact? And everyone I see here on a regular basis, I would love to hear a response back because, like I said, some people, I personally think they're here to be messy. And that's just my take on it. You know, we've never had a phone call. You never took an event. I don't know you outside of what your name is saying and what profile picture you have up. You could be Tom, Billy, and I mean, girl, you got you all these anonymous names that pop up in here. That could be you playing that role. Like who know? And like I said, there is going to become a time where you won't be reaching out to me on YouTube. I don't plan on being on YouTube for 10 years. A bitch, if YouTube is even around for 10 more years, I don't plan on being here like that. That's just not my tea. Girl, it is what it is. You have a message. You're supposed to spread what you know. And if you feel like, or you see that it's not getting to where it needs to get to, bitch, then it's time for you to take your ass off there and go other places. Because there's a lot of places out there that does not have access to the net who can hear what they need to hear and see what they need to hear. The YouTube is not the only place to do that at. And like I said, that goes into simple-minded people who think that YouTube is the only platform that you can get out and and spread a message. It's not. It's not. There's many other places, many other things you could do, especially when you don't have a criminal record and you're not on probation or you're not running from the law, because that means that you can go anywhere you want to go. You get a passport, you could travel abroad and all the good stuff. But all I'm saying is, like I said, there's going to be a time where it ain't going to be that shit. Because like I said, it gets a little boring, honey. You know, going over the same shit over and over. You wake up and your daily options or your daily meditation is, what can I do today to help people? And when you're in here trying to do your shit, motherfuckers pop up in here, basic ass, bum ass motherfuckers, whether they're my enemies or not, come in here and try to distract and make the situation about either them or about bullshit. And it's like, people don't come on here for that bullshit. Maybe some of y'all do. But a lot of people come on here to get some spiritual shit. They're not on here to hear about people bitching and moaning and crying about how their life is so fucked up. Because we all know about the law of attraction. We see that movie called The Secret. And that's just 1% of what you need to do to change your life. But sitting here knowing that I offer services and be like, oh, my life is so miserable. Like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, you want pity. And like I said, people are not here to hear that. People are not here to see that. A lot of people be going through depression. A lot of people be going through stuff in their life. This is a way for them to escape from out of that, right? Without going to drugs, without going to alcohol. And like I said, people use it as an opportunity, both my haters or not, to distract, to get people to start doing shit and saying certain shit. And then motherfuckers will be like, well, what made you go there? Okay, so maybe I'll stop doing my live videos and just do direct videos. How about that? And then we see how the energies change. Oh, maybe that'll be a good idea. Mm-hmm. Anywho, I'm done. I'm on my way. I gotta go do my thing. And I just want to stop by. I want to talk about that because like I said, it's some bullshit. It's some bullshit, honey. And it is what it is. It's some bullshit. And, I don't have time for that bullshit like that, honey. Let me stop. And as I always say, shout out to my supporters out there, my people. Yes, honey. Shout out to my people, honey. Those who take classes, events. Yes, honey. Those who send in donations, honey. So much love for you all, honey. And like I said, honey, when I do what I'm doing, I don't put it out there until I'm done. You're going to be the first ones to get an invitation, honey, because it's an invitation-only party. You hear me? It's an invitation-only party. So you'll be the first ones to get that tea, while everybody else sit back there looking and hoping and wishing. Okay. Okay, I guess it ain't. Ooh, I guess I gotta wait till I'm done with this to connect this, honey. Huh? Let's return it on. My pinky nail's hella long, honey. Anyway, I just bumped it. That's how I said that. Anyway, 28spirit8mystic8@gmail.com, honey. 28spirit8mystic8@gmail.com. And yeah, I'll see y'all the next video. Like I said, maybe I'll do a live call-in tomorrow. Ask motherfuckers what they want to do. Why they here. Why they here, why they watching, boo. Why you watching, you a silly boo. While you're watching. Ow. Anyway.